Greetings and welcome along into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me for another episode here in Dwarf Fortress in the village now of Anvilseal. Most recently, the latest wave of migrants arrived, and we have been upgraded from a hamlet into a village. Currently, we are watching Abin, Spiramuses, who is watching a striking demonstration. You might have recalled from a few episodes ago that during the construction of this lovely silver pyramid that we have here on screen, that Abin was injured in a collapse due to some engineering failures on whoever is giving out the orders in this fortress, who shall remain nameless for now. But I'm sure you can figure out who that is. Anyways, if we take a look at this dwarf, the injuries that she suffered, evaluated, cleaned, everything was, it looks to me to be taken care of, and she has made a full recovery. And she was searching for a little bit of excitement, and she has a little bit of a bad mood because she's had some, of course, the injury and everything like that. But looking for excitement, wanting to stay occupied. She's going to have 2 months of training, 1 month off, and some other unmet needs. But we'll have to get to those. So, yeah, she's hanging out here with the rest of her squad, which, as you'll recall, is the Silvery Anvil for now, and they're training. It is early winter of Moonstone in the year 47, and I'm happy to say that despite the collapse, she has at least appeared to make a full recovery. So, really happy to see that. Let's talk a little bit about our goals for this part of the playthrough. As you can see, we've gotten quite a few, quite a big change out here. In addition to the camels that have kind of come along, or another set of camels here. And I just kind of think that maybe it's time to throw some cage traps down, see if we can capture a couple of these guys. We don't really need them for the food, but we can cage them up, and maybe we can trade them, or maybe we can, maybe we can eat them at some point. So let's do that. I think that's a good thing to start the episode out as. Let's catch some of these camels. I don't really... This whole fortress, all these folks really could probably do without dealing with more camels, I'll just say. We want to keep that to a minimum. Also, I think we want to start clearing out this area, and we want to start building this wall out so it's a little bit more uniform. As you can see, we've kind of got a thing that we can follow here, a guide that we can follow. We just need to start replacing the walls here. So we'll do that, but let's start from up here. Start digging down. Because we just want to make this all nice and uniform. I don't know what's going on there with the mouse. But we'll have them dig some stuff out there, and try and just level out that area of stone. And then you'll notice that there's folks that are still doing a lot of hauling from this cliffside up here, or not cliffside anymore. We've kind of laid it low, but we're going hard after the rhyolite. This is the only remaining rhyolite that we have on the map that we know of. Ended a mandate, okay. And yeah, so we've got a bunch of granite up here as well, which is something that we're going to be using, but it's almost time to start carving this again, I think. And yeah, because we do need granite and we do need the rhyolite. So back here in the hall, things are looking good. It looks like Ingiz is doing some fishing. Whole bunch of clothes just got tossed onto the floor. Now, I wanted to make sure that we've got our clothing industry kind of set up correctly. And it looks like, oh, that's unfortunate. Looks like we had a bin that got placed here. What the heck happened? These should not have bins in them. And they have a ton of cloth, which is great. But I said no bins. Whenever you change, the trick that I have with this is that whenever you change one of these things, anything in the stockpile, if you make any changes, you have to reset the bin count. At least that's what I've learned so far. So we've got our dye up here, and it looks like we don't have very much dye. In fact, we have very little dye. We have a ton of thread. And just to make sure, yeah, look at all those dimple cups coming up. We've got a way to mill out the dimple cups down here, but there's no dimple cups that are in the supply, so that's great. And processing the pigtails. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Forgive me, I'm going to jump around a little bit here. And, okay, yeah, then we've got a whole bunch of cloth that they have brought up here. And I just want to see if our clothing jobs have kicked off. We need cloth greater than 99 because each one of these, we're going to make 10 of these guys. So we've got a ton of pigtail thread. It seems like the dimple dye is the problem. And it looks like, well, he's storing it out. Oh, he's hauling cloth, so. You know, I might just actually take this whole thing out. Let's get rid of the track stop. We don't have to actually get rid of that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to make this an area. We're just going to redo the stockpile. We're going to allow bins into it. I'm kind of going back on what I said earlier, but you know, I think we've got enough bins. I think we can just fit some more stuff into those bins, and you know, it'll be fine. I don't think we need to quantum that stuff. However, I do think we need an additional quantum stockpile down here for clothing items, and so let's do that. It's going to be called Fresh Clothing Supply, or Supple. And is it finished goods? Yes. So core quality is going to be, I think we want, wow. All right, well, let's make this easy on ourselves here, shall we? We want footwear. We want handwear, legwear. I think that's it out of this list. We don't want it out of stone or clay, metal, gem. We got plant cloth, yarn, and silk is fine. All colors, dyed and undyed. Doesn't matter. I think this is going to work, but we'll find out. I don't think that we'll get too much in the way of this quantum stockpile for a while because there's just such a high demand for clothing right now. But I think this is the proper setup. Let me just double check that we've got all of these set correctly. I'm going to say cloth crowns, but that seems like... Is there a clothing thing that I'm just missing here? It should be jumping out at me, because that seems like something that would happen.
I think I've got it. Goblets, large gems, legwear. Okay, I forgot legwear. It's a good thing I looked. Cool. All right. So that'll be for fresh clothing. And then we got to do another one here. And then I have to remember exactly what we put in there. So we want footwear, handwear, headwear, legwear. And I think that was it. Crowns, just in case. And then we want yarn, silk, and plant cloth. And the rest of the stuff, yeah, sure, it's fine. But we'll do all of that. Great, okay. So this is going to be the fresh clothing QS for quantum stockpile. And then you notice how it's got max bin, so it'll go none. And then we should check that here. Also, none. And I think that's good for now. And that's a piece of junk. Someone just tossed their shoe in there. I don't know how to make it so that the crappy clothing doesn't go in there, right? Like, obviously, you don't want the used clothing. And I've read about it before, but I've forgotten is exactly the words that I should be using right now. I don't remember. So let's build ourselves a track stop, which is, oh my goodness. You put this game down for 2 days and you just forget everything. Is it under constructions? Yep. Sure enough, and it's going to dump that way. And I don't care. Build it out of... No, we don't want to build it out of granite. Build it out of gabbro. And once that's done... we'll set about... look at all of that furniture in there. We'll set about setting that up. But we should be getting close. We should be getting close to the right amount of cloth here to kick all of these off. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 99 means we need an extra 20. We could actually probably drop that down just to get ourselves started. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's make it 89. Still not satisfied, but you know, it'll kick off that much sooner. And our dwarves are really... they're really in need of some clothing, you guys. If you see the stuff, the quality of the stuff that's been placed on the ground recently, it's not a pretty sight. So we got dresses. Let's go to coats. I think we should be able to survive with 10 cloth if we burn through all of it. But it seems like the textile industry... good grief. It seems like the textile industry, once I get it balanced, should be pretty stable, and it will definitely the demand will die off once we get most of that taken care of. So, good deal. We got our track stop. May as well dump this in right now, and throw in our Route 16. Let's choose our stop right there. Let's choose a minecart. We got another lead minecart there. We're going to call this fresh. Let's just call it clothing quantum stock. And we got our minecart here, so let's go into finished goods. And now I've got to remember, so we put crowns in there, footwear, headwear, handwear, legwear. Going with it. Yarn, silk, plant cloth,
And for now, it'll just be all of the qualities, because that's how you say things. And then let's do our stocks here. So out is going here, and in is coming from here. And then we'll get rid of these guys because you don't need them for a quantum stock. And then we'll name this the clothing stop. And that'll be where everything goes. Cool, they're sparring. Okay. Whenever you see cross swords, I always have a little moment of uncertainty. Let's check them traps, huh? Oh, you know what? I did the wrong thing here. These are cages, and we just, like, put them in the front door. The camels are going to walk over them, and it's just not going to matter at all. We want cage traps, which is under traps. Gosh, who'd have thought? Now we need some mechanisms, too. How come we don't have mechanisms? Are we queuing up mechanisms? Okay, then. Well, make rock mechanisms. We'll add some automation to this, too. I just got to figure out what type of mechanism. I think we'll just do 10. Yeah, we'll make 10. And if the amount of rock mechanisms is less than 5, just make 10. I don't really care what kind of rock they're made out of, as long as they're made out of rock. What the heck? Why is there plump helmet spawn in that cage? Okay, we're waiting on mechanisms there. These guys are digging, which is great. Now we've got this nice flat surface out here. I don't know how far I want to take this. We'll just leave it like that. That should be fine. And I think, hey, what the heck happened here? Ultimately, what we want to do is we want to get... Okay, he's loading the cage trap. Fantastic. Maybe we'll catch some of these camels. If we jump down to our residence hall... we also have a project over here, and we need to keep working on this stuff, you guys. Unfortunately, it's regrettable that we still have the requirement, but we're going to be building stuff for a while here. And we've been building these out of granite, so let's do that. Let's see. So that's going to be... Oh, yeah. Where are my manners? This can go here. Somehow I think this is wrong, but we'll make it happen. Oops. That is definitely not what I wanted. And we've got a yak calf. We have a new mandate for construction, so let's take a look at that. Keep the nobles happy. And we still have that mausoleum to finish. We got to make some puzzle boxes, so that should be pretty straightforward. Let's make 10 toys. We'll make some rock toys. Can we make... that's the material. You can't dictate the type of toy, though. So, yeah. It is what it is. And I think these are all designated as bedrooms. Yes, they are. We'll get some designations for some carving going there. For some etching, of course. Lots of sparring. Engraving. That's what I meant. And once we get the walls done here, then we'll be able to do some more engraving. Just want to make sure we get the walls done first. Okay, so we got the engraving. We can put some more doors on these bad boys. Granite. Granite. These ones are ready. And it was just these that really needed some work to get them finished. And I think it's about time for us to build another ward. We can probably get away with digging that out up here. Once we've got the front area kind of leveled out a little bit more. But I think we can give the order to start doing this, which is great. And he's just about finished there, so thank you, Dwarf. We've got another round kicking off here. Not quite yet. You can tell that I'm a little anxious to get the clothing rocking and rolling. We definitely need it. Okay, so we need to start carving out more of this hall. And so we're going to do that. How far up can we go? May as well go to the wall. And I think this is the... Oh yeah, this is the second floor. So we want to start on the second floor, carving this out. And then we'll drop it down one more, down onto this level, so we've got those two levels. That should give us enough room to hit almost 75 to 100, maybe? Which is great. Jumping back up here, it looks like we've got... Do we need more mills? Kind of doesn't seem like it. Okay, these guys are milling it out. And they don't really have... I mean, we got a ton of dimple cups. I think there's going to be some dimple cups that go bad. Let's check out and see. Okay, so we got one puzzle box out of 3. Oh man, that's kind of a low ratio. So we got dimple cups that are going on. I'm going to go up here, and I don't know what else we can put in this tomb, you guys. This is kind of a... This is getting a little crazy. We need to have something in this tomb that's... like, how close is this? Let's just pause this real quick, because we want him happy, and he needs a mausoleum, and he currently has a fine tomb. He's got a royal... You know what? I hate to say it, but... Like, he's got a royal dining room. That's his office, and that is his dining area. Right? It's super simple. But it's all silver, except for that granite block. No one tell him. Hopefully he won't see it. It almost seems like we need to replace the floor in here. We're gonna use some more gold bars. We'll have these etched. Or, I'm sorry, we'll have them engraved. So we're just redoing the floor over the top of this tomb. And I think... Oh, hey, look at that. We got a camel already. That didn't take long at all. Don't quite understand that. I don't quite understand why we haven't dug this out yet. But that's okay. It's driving me a little crazy, actually. Like, this door has been uninstalled. It's just sitting here. Oh, we got two camels there. Excellent. Oh, look at all those bins. Wait, are they just taking the bins and dumping them into the stockpile? Those are all in this square. Right? I'm not crazy, right? Like, if I click on the stockpile, and I go here, that's a dyed thread. This is clothing supply. This is all clothing supply. I don't know what the heck's going on with this thing. I've screwed it up pretty royally. Did we... Yeah, okay. Can I repaint this guy here? We want to get rid of this one. Let's go view stockpile. Permanently remove. Yeah. And then this is the one that I care about. And I just want to repaint this one here. And here. And then you can do 6 bins. Oh, no. No, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And we'll just make sure... Yeah, this is all the plant cloth. Okay, so we got toys that were created. And, okay. Oh, hey, look at that. Putting the floor down, we've got a happy baron. Happy baron. Wait, with just one set of floor. All right. Well, it'll be a nicer tomb. That's fine. If you're going to use the gold, you may as well use the gold on somebody. That's important. This is a little obnoxious here. This dwarf just looks strange to me. I don't know why. Like, is he undead? He's blue skin. And it's what it looks like anyways. Am I crazy? Let's go to description. Skin is dark brown. It shows blue. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. It just... You know, is it something that he's wearing? Is that what it is? Cave spider silk gloves, alpaca and mittens. Yeah. Okay, so that's what makes it look like he's, you know, blue skin. Freaked me out for a minute because I'm like, that's not a normal dwarven skin tone. And wow, guys, just leaving stuff around. Huh? It's a ban from Seabrick on certain exports. Beds and battle axes. Have no intention of banning either one of those, Seabrick. Don't worry. Let's check our stocks up here. Everything seems to be going well. Drop back down to the residence hall here. And we're kind of taking a meandering course here through what it is that we're digging out. I guess in order to do this, they have to channel. They have to mine and then channel. Mine, channel, mine, channel. But it does seem a little strange. Because this is the ground floor, right? And you can see there's their channel there, or their tunnel. I don't know what causes them to do this pathing. It's very strange. It's very interesting. Okay, so we got some more dwarven bedrooms. There's a naked dwarf, or a pretty much naked dwarf, unfortunately. This is why we need to get our textile industry going. Part of me thinks that maybe we should prioritize weaving dyed cloth if we have it. Or dyed thread. You know, that might be a way to get around this. I was playing with that idea, or toying with that idea, and it seems like if we're always having the looms wait for dyed thread, then we run the risk of, I don't know, I guess we're already there. There's dwarves that are running around without clothing as it stands right now. So maybe we'll just stay the course. I think we just need to give the dwarves some time to do some work. I keep saying that, but I'm very anxious, as you can tell. Like, we should have enough cloth here. We're getting close. We've got to be getting close, right? Tourmaline. Oh, poor mother. I'm sorry. And we're into obsidian, so all the dwarves are taking off from their training. Cage traps there. I guess. Yeah, tread carefully there, camel. Gotcha. That's 3. 3 camels, if you're keeping track. Love it. So we want to get more we want to get our clothing industry on. I think we want to continue to work on the main hall. And we've got plenty of stuff to do. We've got plenty of flooring to put down, plenty of engraving to do. You know, oh, there's a toy, guys. Can we take care of the toy, please? Just take care of it. But a lot of this seems like we just need to have dwarves just working for a while on stuff, you know? Lots and lots of plump helmet spawns that haven't gotten moved upstairs. Got some cage traps, got some wood, got some axes. Still a lot of stuff that hasn't quite been sorted through here. Oh my gosh. There's just so much. There's just so much. I don't know that we're ever going to get rid of that. That's unfortunate. Back up in the residence hall. I want to say, yeah, we're just about ready to go ahead and appoint these bedrooms. Let's get some furniture in here. Use closest material on these. I don't really have a preference. Oh, that place needs a door. Someone left their helmet, guys. Throw that guy in there. Okay, so we have our beds placed. Let's go and move along with some of our other furniture that we need. Just use closest material. Cabinets. Every dwarf needs a cabinet to store clothes that they're going to probably throw on the floor anyways. And then we need a coffer or a chest. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like to live in a place like this. You know, you're underground. You have quite the... that's not what I want. You have quite the set of companions who are, I don't know, maybe a little bit grim in the way that they work, perhaps. And you know, it's really you and your companions against the world. And then you've got, you know, someone putting together a place for you to live where you basically have all of your needs or all of your furniture appointed. You know, someone made all of that stuff with their own hands. It's kind of funny. Then you always wonder, would I like to live in a place like this? Am I making something that I would enjoy staying in? How stupid is that? And then sometimes you fall into that trap and then you realize, oh no, I've been trapped. And this is going to go very badly because the truth is that no one would want to stay in one of these places, and now I want something custom, and I want to give my dwarves a much more bespoke experience. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I have these, you know, very large bedrooms. I know that other people make large bedrooms for their dwarves, and there's really no downside to it, right? If you can afford the time to dig it out, and you want to, you know, engrave it and everything else like that, it's fine, but... oh, we're out of cages. Spring has arrived. Welcome to the 48th year. And Kib Nethadil, Sacred Hallow, has been elected the mayor. Let's take a look at Kib, our new mayor. A stonecutter by trade. And what is Kib working on right now? Well, he's organizing a stone carving demonstration. I'm sorry, she. I don't know if this is good or not. There's a whole bunch of dwarves gathered around down here, just kind of doing their own thing. And there's a stone carving demonstration going on around the tools, right? But she's been elected mayor. Now she's going to go have a bite to eat. She's going to sit down with her compatriots there. It's super cool to watch the social structures that this game kind of puts together. But let's take a look. I want to find out a little bit more about Kib. We got to be getting close, guys. Okay. We're like 2 cloth away. That's all that I wanted to know. Where are you headed to now, Kiv? She's gonna make an armor stand. Grandmaster, so not the best, but way up there. And it seems like this is a very popular area of the fortress, right? Like they're dumping logs, or not logs, but boulders off, and throwing stuff in here. But now that we have a mayor, we need some mayoral things. So let's take care of that. So we've got another happy noble. Something that I learned, interestingly enough, is that happy nobles help your fortress stay happy as well. And the reason for that is because if you have happy nobles, then they are more likely to have a better impact on moods of dwarves who want to come and complain to them. So, let's see. Oh, were we... Ha! I made a huge mistake there. I don't know if anyone else caught that, but I just caught myself. We were looking at a different Kib. There's several Kibs. We're looking for Kib Nethadil. I took my Arulrith. Let's do Kib Nethadil. Right there, it says Mayor. I just took the first Kib in the... First Kib in the group. He's a planter. Let's take a look at his relations. Oh, wow. This dwarf has a ton of friends. Tholtig is his lover. Okay. He's part of the Farmers Guild, part of the main religion. He's also the Sacred Hollow. This is a busy dwarf, you guys. Doesn't like being caught in a snowstorm. Yeah, I don't blame you. Let's take a look at his preferences. Kib likes Gabbro, Lead, Cryosocola, Green Glass, Peached Face Lovebird Leather. That is oddly specific. The color Cinnamon, Bolts, and the sight of the petals of ensorceling. When possible, he prefers to consume carambola wine, and he absolutely detests worms. Interesting. Let's go set about doing a couple of things. First of all, we need to go in and take a look at our livestock. And actually, I'm sorry, it's other. And we've got a few of these guys that need to be trained. I thought we had a better trainer than that. Was it Bemble? Let's do Reg, because he's a peasant. There you go. You've got 3 camels under your charge. We need them trained well enough to be able to eat, so we can slaughter them. So, get to it, Reg. We can also start taking out this floor out here, so we'll do that as well. Okay, so let's go find our mayor. Let's go find our mayor here. Mayor Kib. And we need to upgrade his accommodations slightly. And probably, actually, now that I think about it, we need to find a place for him to live as well. Right? Like, we've got to build a whole nother dining hall, all of that nonsense along here as well. So, I'm thinking maybe this area over here, right off of the main stairwell, might be a good spot. So we'll probably start with that. But let's take a look at what he needs. So first he needs a chest, an additional chest. But that's it. Just one additional chest. Let's go back to Kib and let's find his room. Boom. He's down here. You need another chest? Let's give you another chest. I'm not even concerned if this is made out of anything fancy. You're the mayor. You're a civic servant. You'll be fine. But we can make the mayor's office. He's got an upstairs apartment, which is nice. We can make the mayor's office, you know, a little bit nicer. And the mayor's dining hall. I think that would be good. I think we'll just build the mayor's dining hall, like, right in here. I like that idea. And we've got the Baron, which he's got it out of silver, so maybe copper. I was thinking of putting it over here, but maybe I'll put the office over here, and we'll do a copper dining hall. Oops, I'm sorry. In this area here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Come on, camels. Yep. All right. Let's do some walls, and we're going to make these out of, I say we make them out of copper. And we just kind of start surrounding this area with select closest material, or select material after placement. Do something like that. I say copper. Yeah, oh, we got a ton of copper. Great. Lovely. And you know what? We could just put his office on top of that. Or actually, you know what? I take it back. It'll be easy for him to conduct meetings as the mayor right here in this little building. So what that means is that this is going to be the office. And then immediately above that is going to be his dining hall, his private dining hall. We can do some stairs. Make them out of copper. Got ourselves some tanzanite that we've struck. At some point, we need to replace these tables here, and I think we need to expand this rhyolite out. And oh heck, this is not going to be fun. I want to clean this side of the fortress up. Can't do anything there, so it's here. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to dig this out just a little bit, kind of level things out, and just make this a clean corner. So I want to build kind of like a landing platform here. Not really a landing platform, but I want to build a platform here. And hopefully it'll be clear as to why at some point soon. And hopefully whoever takes the clothing jobs, which they are starting on. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, you guys are busy. Busy making clothes for the fort. Fantastic. Finally, after almost 20 episodes and an ungodly amount of playtime, we have some textiles actually being used. Is Kib in the military as well? Did I just see that? He's been declared mayor once again. Lack of a decent meal. Oh, you should be no squad. Okay. But has a desire to fight as well. Wow. Crazy. Here comes Kib's. We're going to put a rhyolite door for irony's sake. It's right here. That's the one that I want them to use. So we're just going to put that out there. Oh no, there's 2 of them. Actually, we need to cancel this because we have to engrave it still. I forgot. Boy, oh boy. Every time I think I've given them a break, something else happens, and they clearly haven't had the break that they need. But the work here is just endless. It's just endless. We haven't even gotten to the what is this yak doing? What are you doing? There's 2 of them. How did you guys get out? That's a problem. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. You can only make it so level, you know. But we do want to carve this out and then put rhyolite. There we go. Now we can put our door in. And hey, it looks like we've got a migrant wave on its way in as well. Okay, we got another stop in empty bags. Okay, so now we got another ban on certain exports. No bolts, no battle axes, and no beds. All right, we can handle that. We've got more migrants arriving. There's 4 of them, 5 of them. Let's let them come in and then we'll meet them. 7, 8, 9. That's 9. Sorry, we started with 56. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, I think that's it. 17 migrants, you guys. This is terrifying. Ah, that's why they can't mine it out, is because there's actually a floor there. Let's get rid of that. Let's make it priority 1. And the game just changed. The game just changed. That's 73 dwarves. I'm excited. I'm excited. This is still a problem. We actually need to go see if I need more leather, you guys. Slaughter, slaughter. And we'll leave that camel. Requires pasture. Okay. It's looking good. So we'll slaughter those guys. That's great. Hey, let's meet some migrants. We've got a big job ahead of us, so let's meet them. We're just going to start at the top, and we're going to work our way down. We've got Burr, disdain skill, good analytic ability, tough, doesn't like decorum, has bad empathy, and is patient. No relations in the fort. Appraiser, organizer, record keeper, and an adequate mason. Huh. Interesting. Stay occupied, be creative, drink alcohol, eat a good meal, be extravagant, and craft an object. He was interested by our golden trade depot. Okay. Welcome to the Fort, Burr. Scrolling down to the second new arrival, we've got Enith, an animal dissector. Enith also just comes with a deity. Is not creative, doesn't like advice, is gregarious and austere, but strong. Proficient armor user, observer, fighter, and wrestler. A high master animal dissector. Adequate organizer, and a competent fish dissector. I'm not sure that we need the animal dissector. I think, though, that might come with, like, preparing some of the meat and stuff like that. I don't know. If you know, let me know down in the comments. That would be cool. Welcome, Enith. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. New arrival number 3, Cog, the Trapper. Poor focus, intuition, and empathy, but has a good spatial sense, avoids excitement, and values romance. Well, we might have our crooner. Cog Syrup Shanks, 81 years old, healthy. He's a trapper and a woodcrafter. And he likes our waterfall. Great. Welcome, Cog. Hope you brought a strong back for labor. Godin? I'm going with Godin. 62 years old. What is your relationship? Also just a deity, so doesn't really know anybody in the fort. You'll get to know people. Don't feel like you need to chase anything. Musical, high stamina, low willpower, and high awareness. Hateful. Disdains harmony. Interesting. Novice suturer. Could be a hospital worker. Maybe. Could be nice. Shem, welcome to the fort. 75-year-old female. High stamina, also musical. Cheerful, resists sickness, disdains skill, and not lustful. Why should I help? She says. Bothon Barris is the deity that a lot of these dwarves seem to be worshipping. That's cool. That was Shem. Ral, the Bone Carver, 52 years old. Welcome, Rao. Bridge Brands. Bone Carver, Bone Doctor. Potash Maker. Organizer and Beekeeper. We could use a Beekeeper. What's with all the musical dwarves? This is the third one in a row. Interesting. Poor kinesthetic sense and focus. Rude and slow to anger. And good analytical ability. Liked being near a tastefully arranged table. That's great. Welcome, Ral. As a competent bone doctor, I just want to check the hospital really quick. We'll come back to this, but I'm going to forget if... Wow, our hospital's embarrassing, isn't it? Diagnostician, surgeon... Oh boy. Let's eat him. Let's do that. And then let's say you can do something else, eat him. And then let's add maybe eat him back in. Adequate, yeah. So, Raoul you got a job right straight away. Straight away in the fortress, you got a job. Congratulations. You're the new bone doctor. Good job at being competent. That's exactly how we want our doctors to be. Noticing that we need some cloth, we need some splints and some crutches, powder, and soap. We could start on a soap industry, you guys. It might be time. We've got plenty of tallow hanging around. We just need to burn some wood, but the thought of burning wood in this fortress where we have to trade for it is really repellent. All right, well, Ral is the new bone doctor. Welcome, Ral. Glad you're here. Let's move on and continue to meet our migrants in what is easily the biggest migrant wave I've ever seen. Let's jump to Adil. Advil. Welcome to the fortress, 85-year-old female. Creative, recovers quickly, gracious, impatient, and disdains cooperation. And cheerful. A glazier and a beekeeper. And worships Udar. Okay. Again, welcome. Got a couple more new arrivals here. Yeah, oh, well, not a couple more. We still got a little ways to go here, guys. Let's meet Cole, the bookbinder, high master bookbinder, and a talented beekeeper. Wow, these dwarves are really kind of pointing us in a certain direction here, which is music and bookbinding, potentially. If we find another one, I would be very surprised. And beekeeper. 69 years old. Cole is a great dwarf. Good memory, high stamina, good focus, developed empathy, high social awareness, and disdained self-control. That might be a little bit, iffy, but by God, Cole, welcome to the fortress. We're glad to have your talents here, even though I don't know that we'll use bookbinding anytime soon. Moving on. Rolling through these. Fath, the fish dissector, novice fish dissector, novice soaper, disdains knowledge, another musical dwarf, you guys, high willpower, poor focus and analytical ability, 54-year-old male, and also worships Udar. Welcome, Fath. And keeping on scrolling, Stakkud, a farmer, could use a farmer, 53-year-old male, knows nobody. Thresher, cheesemaker, appraiser, organizer, and record keeper. He's got a whole bunch of real basic needs, which is cool. Values peace and decorum. Recovers quickly with good intuition. Intolerant and low stamina is kind of the only downside there. Welcome, Stakkud. Moving on. Losing my place. Kabuk, the Gelder. Disdains decorum, law, leisure time, and truth. That's a lot of disdain. Resists sickness and poor focus. Novice bookbinder and a novice Gelder. 74-year-old male. And Doran Limmel is his deity. Interesting. All right. Well, welcome to the fortress. That was Kabuk. And we've got Mosas, onion roast, Tong's Chapels, an herbalist, high master herbalist, a talented Gelder, and a competent papermaker. Another musical dwarf. What is going on? Not wasteful, resilient, intemperate, and patient. This is a good all-around 86-year-old gal here. Welcome, Moses. Welcome. Erith, has a spouse, Mincott Faith Basement. He's an accomplished milker and an adequate trapper, 87 years old, male. Values sacrifice, high kinesthetic sense, disdains law, not envious, vengeful, and not easily depressed. Well, you might do well with that. Mincott is his wife, and I wonder if let's keep looking, but she might be one of the new arrivals as well. Scrolling down further, Aerith, and yeah, sure enough, we're gonna go to her next. So, Aerith Crystal Routed is her husband. And we'll meet her as well here. Novice Tanner and a novice Bone Doctor. Oh, sorry, you didn't get the job on that one there, Minkoff. Creative, overconfident, recovers quickly, poor spatial sense, values power, and also a poor kinesthetic sense. Try saying that 5 times fast. Welcome, Minkoff and Aerith. It's always nice to have another couple. Kind of keeps things, calmer around here. Let's move on to Muthkat, the siege operator. She's 82 years old. No skills except a novice siege operator, and she worships Udar. Also musical, though. Disdains loyalty, acquiescing, overconfident, avoids fights, and extravagant. I don't think that this dwarf is a good candidate for military service. We'll just keep that in mind. Muthkat, thanks but no thanks. Doesn't like to fight. Raul Oh, Cesares. This is our bone doctor whom we already met. And hey, we've got one more. Kel. Olinbisek? Gear Evil. Gear Evil. Gear Vale. Sorry, guys. 62-year-old male. Adequate wound dresser. Novice gem cutter. A suture. A diagnostician. High willpower. Weak and poor spatial sense. Disdains tranquility and truth. Unswayed by emotions. If you don't like tranquility or truth, you might be a good candidate for the military. These guys are still rolling in here. Is that all we have for new arrivals? Nope, we got one more. Oh, nope, that's Kel. We just noticed him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? That's interesting. I just noticed that our children here, we used to have a ton when we started this fortress, and we're down to 5. So maybe that husband and wife can get busy, Minkat and Aerith. What do you think? 12 years old. So we got a few years for Meng. 15 years old. Only a few years for Domus. Domus the second. 16 years old, only 2 years. And I want to check all these guys since we're rolling through some of our dwarves. Kadol, who are your parents? This is one of Seabrick's sons. He's going to be coming of age. And then Zulban. Is that another one of Seabrick's kids? I want to say it is. No, it's one of Elath's. I think this is Elath's youngest. Yeah. This is Elath's last child. Youngest child, at least. Coming of age as well. So Seabrick and Elath really, rounding out the fortress. Their children grew up here. My God, that is a lot of dwarves. I think, what did I say, 17? I don't think that's the biggest that I've seen, but that's a big one. That is a big, big number of dwarves. Dwarf number go high. Let's throw some floor on this. Because, oh gosh, and you know what? I just remembered. We now have a huge demand for... You're not going to believe it. Well, maybe you will. We need more housing. In a bad way. But that's a good problem to have, guys. It's a great problem to have. Start out on that. We'll let everyone kind of wind in. Make their way in. It's early spring. Our numbers have increased to 73 dwarves. Anvilseal is progressing, guys. It's coming together. We have plenty of food. We have plenty. We're going to kill a fatted camel for you guys, too. In fact, we're going to kill 2. 2 camels. Yeah, look at all that. Let's make some food. Let's have a feast. That should kick off some bag jobs once we get the hides tanned. We can make some more bags. We'll toss the yak bowl, cartilage, hair. Let's dump those in the lava upstairs. They're all just coming and going. Okay, so as I mentioned, before we were so, not rudely, but we were interrupted by our friends who just arrived. We've got a ton of rhyolite here, guys. This is awesome. Putting that rhyolite in. We're making the fort look nice. These yaks. What is going on, guys? Why are the yaks going outside? Oh. And wouldn't you know it, we have a petition. I'm scared. The Doctrines of Coloring has many worshippers in Anvilseal, now requires a temple and a priest. Location must be built and furnished with the new position appointed by you. Do you approve this request? Well, I somehow can't help but think that this has to do with the fact that we've had so many new arrivals, and there was so much in common with a lot of the worshippers of their god. So yeah, we're gonna do it. It's another temple. It is the Doctrines of Coloring? It's a unique name. But yeah, we'll approve that. And there are no petitions. So what do we gotta do here? We're building all of this out, which is great. And I'm going to go back to full time here in just a minute, but we really need to decide where this temple is going to go. It's kind of important. And just for reference, there's a temple complex that's right here. It's a very simple temple complex. In fact, we could probably engrave this and get away with it. Lots of dimple cups that are dying. Oh, there's a camel up here. That's why the yaks have gotten out. All right. Yeah, we need people on... Why are you eating in here? This is not a dining hall. Fine. I can't control you, dwarves. I kind of want to build a temple out here. I want to build a giant pyramid, like a big one. You know, but it seems like that might be a little premature. So let's make a hallway. Kind of meanders a little bit. And then I just want to build something that's a little bit more, how do you say it? It's just a little bit more organic. It flows with the, you know, surroundings and everything like that. I've got double doors here. I think we'll leave, let's see, that could be a hallway that goes around the volcano in the future. Just do that to remind myself, right? And then we'll go there. And we'll do a couple of doorways. We're going to leave these natural stone. Okay. Whoops. Doctrines of Coloring. Don't eat any of my yak. Boy, is this a named camel? Sickly but strong. I'm contemplating killing this camel. In fact, yes. This camel needs to die. I want to check before we do anything crazy here. Everyone's got their weapons. Their silver warhammers. Okay. We're just making sure. We'll do a kill order. We need to get the yaks back in the pasture here. This is... Okay, so there's one of them. The camel is being chased. Where are the rest of your friends? Dwarf? Here they come. Now you've trapped it. Oh, you didn't... Yeah. Let's pause this real quick. We've fought one of these before, but it was without weapons. And it is now dead. Wow, they made quick work of that. He's tired. But there is a dead one-humped camel. Oh, who got the kill? I wonder if Mother got the kill on this. Let's find out. She's tired. Let's take a look. Kills. Military. Kills. Yep. She killed one. That's great. So you know what that means? Like this is a significant moment in Anvilseal because not because, you know, Mother got a kill or something like that. Whoops. But really more because we have the ability to protect ourselves. Right? We don't have a strong ability to protect ourselves, but we can protect ourselves. Which is exciting. You know? Let's build a butcher shop right here. And we do have some dwarves that don't have homes. So while this is being dug out, we need to go down here. Oh, this is great. Okay. And we can put one level between us here, and we can just make these a little bit... Oh, this is awesome. Okay. Let's get to it. We got walls, select material, after placement. Yeah. And I want to go all the way up here. Yep. And we've got 800 mica. Let's do microcline. We haven't done any microcline yet. That sounds cool. I've got 1,000 microcline blocks. I feel like we can afford to toss in a little bit more. Some upscale homes, if you will. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. These are big houses, you guys. These are really big houses. And then what are we putting? 2? Yeah, we're putting 2 between these guys. So we'll just keep up with that theme. I don't think that's right. Yeah, there we go. Make them nice, you know? Like these are forever homes for some of these dwarves. I don't expect to eject many of them. I didn't really... There are a few that are candidates. Trust me, I've mapped it out. I've looked and said, hey, you know, if things go bad, we can always just, you know, eject this guy and say, hey, you're done. You know, thanks, but no thanks. Thank you for your services to Anvilseal. Thank you for whatever your labor was, such that it is. But we're going to pass, you know? I don't like doing that. You know, they're just pixels on a computer screen. But, you know, you get a little bit of an emotional attachment to these little guys. And, you know, you celebrate their victories when they have, you know, a family or a, you know, an up and a down, ups and downs, and, you know, so on and so forth. So, and if you're going to play this game, you kind of have to at least lean into a little bit of that, if you ask me. Like, I know a lot of people, a lot of different people play this game, and they get different excitement or fulfillment out of it. And that's great. For me, though, there's an interest in the storytelling aspect of it and kind of watching the way that the game presents those stories to you. You know? It's just cool. It's really neat to see that kind of evolve. We'll put another set of houses up here, but this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and we'll get a 24th set over there, which is going to put us over, you know, 73 dwarves. We are short, though, right now. That's the reason that I'm asking all of these places to be constructed. So we'll just throw these together real briefly here. These are going to be beautiful houses, by the way. This whole housing block right here is just going to be... I love microcline. I love the color of it. And we haven't used it so far to create anything in this fortress, right? We've been using rhyolite and granite and I think orthoclase to a certain extent. But we haven't gotten to that point. This is a huge order, by the way. This is a lot. Back to sparring. Yeah, now we can get those animals back up into where they belong. Let's make that the top priority. I want to get that thing butchered before it goes bad. Beat it to death. Alath did, at least. Did a mandate. Butcher an animal. Sweet. There we go. All right. Yum, yum. We got more camel meat coming, you guys. I think we do... Actually, we do have quite a bit of camel meat, if I'm remembering properly. Yeah, this one is semi-wild, but I bet you that's enough to slaughter it. Oh, and they're going to slaughter him right up here. Okay. Lots and lots of work, you guys. I'm quite surprised at how busy we became after having such an influx of dwarves. You know what I mean? Like, cloth trousers. People have clothing to wear for the first time in Anvilseal. Oh, I'm so excited. The food number just skyrocketed. That's hilarious. Lots of dimple cups that didn't quite make it. We eat our camels around here, guys. This is semi-wild. Yeah, we can't mill any more dimple cups because we don't have any bags. So what I'm hoping is that our bag industry kicks off here. Yeah, we've got make leather bag. And I can't remove that minecart. Someone will move it. Yep. Mid-string, coming back. Whoa, what was not... Cannot find path. Probably need to take a look at that. This is something that's interesting, too. It's worth noting, I didn't know that this could happen, but we've got this gold floor in here, stacked on top of the rhyolite floor, and the engravings came through. Which is interesting. We don't quite have enough people to manage all of these farms. Oh, I see where all of our bags are going. Okay. Well, that's alright. Oh, darn. I don't know if do withered things... Ah, that's... Weave thread got canceled. I wonder if... Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna say you can take stuff from both of them. This is where Ankh learns about a little bit about automation. You can take from here too. I don't care where you take it, is really the honest... It's God's honest truth. As long as it gets dyed. Okay, so we've got our temple set here. And we're just gonna put some... No. Oh yeah, that's floors. Okay, that's fine. I thought we were building walls for a minute there. I'll pause that. And I kind of just want to throw a microcline through here. I know I said I didn't care about this, but... You know. Surprise. I was lying. Do some cancellation here so that things in the corners can get built. Trapper cancels. Construct building could not find path. What is going on? Is there a whole bunch of dwarves that are trapped down here or something? I don't think so. It's a lot of job cancellations. Now they're just building over the top of one another. It's bound to happen. Give water. We're out of buckets. My gosh. More dwarves, more problems. I don't see any dwarves in the hospital, so what's the give water job happening that needs to be... No. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's a monumental amount of work. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, right? Like, it's cool to watch them Ooh, recover wounded. Yeah, something happened here. What happened? Okay, so there is some people. There are some folks who are injured. What the heck happened? Okay, Seabrook wants us to build some more toys or something like that, I'm guessing. Battle axes. Alright. We can do that. Forge some copper battle axes. Make 3 of them. Because we don't already have enough to do. I forgot. I totally forgot about the mayor's. I totally forgot about the mayor's office, you guys. How embarrassing. Let's put some furniture in here and let's get one of those things going. So we'll do furniture. We'll do a table. We got plenty of copper tables. We'll do a chair. And that should round that out. We've got everything going up here. So we want to do walls. Okay. And, oh, how did this other camel get in? You guys are sneaking past the they're sneaky. They are so sneaky. They're getting past the traps. But there's... Okay, so the nice thing is that there's only 2 of them left. And if one of them gets unruly, if he decides to get froggy again, then we will, we'll just beat him down. Let's go up here. Oh, cool. Can throw just what you wanted. Oh, nope, not that. But just what you wanted. Here's another job to build yet another wall. This will be a nice temple once it's done. With the operative phrase being, once it is done. And we basically just took all of the dwarves that we had assigned to everything earlier that just got here, all of our new arrivals, and we just put them to back-breaking labor. Oh, hey. Something else wrong with the textile industry here. And that is that we're canceling jobs because we're looking for dyed cloth. Guys. I'm out of cloth. Oh, do I have that order, that standing order on? Use only dyed cloth. Use any cloth. Huh. Yeah, okay. Well, I screwed that up. Back to the task at hand, though. I think this is probably the most important part of this fortress, or the most important construction effort that the dwarves are facing right now. And that's because we need to get this done. This would be really bad if we don't meet the petition timeline. And there's a lot of stuff that needs to be built. There's just a lot of work. I thought we were going to get away with, you know, kind of a mild episode, you know, a little chill, right? We've got, you know, most of our dwarves are kind of working through some stuff. We're trying to get our clothing industry going. Nope, this episode just took off. It got crazy. It got really crazy. Fast. Okay, let's do this. This is going to be the office. This is the mayor's office right here. Boom. Done. Let's assign someone. Hello, let's assign someone. But let's give it a name. Mayor's office. That looks good. Seems descriptive enough. Kib Nethadil, you are now the mayor. Congratulations. And you know what? We're just going to put this up here. I'm just going to say this is a dining hall. Oh, you don't like that because it's not fully enclosed. All right. We'll wait. We can wait. Just wait just one more minute. We'll go with the copper bars here. And then we need to engrave it. Oh, man. We're splitting our time between this and the construction downstairs, right? Probably don't need to go through and do this and even worry about this. This is kind of secondary priority while we get the other stuff taken care of that we need to, but there's just a little bit of obsessive compulsive. Another yak calf. That's great. We might be slaughtering some yak calves here, you guys. Yeah, okay. And the engravers are hard at work now. It'd be nice to say we got something finished. Although, I don't know. Like, it's camels. Get out of here, camels. Stray yak cow. Oh, that's great. Let's take a look at our milking jobs. We got 3. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cows. 4 cows. Milking job, go up to 4. Milk animal 4. We get more milk. We can make cheese out of that. And we'll do furniture here. Trying to make this as quick as possible because we've got a ton of stuff to do and we need to get the mayor situated. Make a dining hall. Come on, buddy. Yeah, there we go. And then let's assign this dining hall. This is going to be the mayoral dining hall. At some point, I'd like to put windows in here, right? And then let's just check and see. Yeah, okay. And we're making the axes. All right. So the mayor's happy. Love it. All right. Yep. Things are coming together. It's taken a while. Having another 17 strong backs to do all of this hard labor has certainly made it easier. We'll say that right now. Won't do the doors just yet. There's the battle axes complete. Lovely. It's looking great, guys. We got a lot of food out of that, too, out of all those camels. The Untamed Wilds really do help you with, you know, like if you kill an animal or you slaughter an animal, you're going to be eating good for a while, it seems like. All right. Well, as much as I'd like to see them finish, the dwarves are going off of duty. All of our sparring dwarves, our training dwarves up in the Silver Pyramid, are going off duty. As you can see, they have completed their training. 2 months on, 1 month off. And I think I might actually consider maybe off-screen setting them to not have to do anything on that month off. They can just kind of relax, enjoy the fortress, as it were. But they've gone off duty. And so I think we should as well. We're well over our allotted time for an episode. And we've seen a lot of really cool stuff this episode, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty excited. This fortress has taken off in a way that I didn't really expect when we started this series. I thought this was just going to be kind of a fun thing to see how working near a volcano would work and would look. And, it's really changed. It's really become something that's at least compelling for me. So thanks for joining me with that. And we'll go ahead and conclude the episode here. Thanks again for joining me. And as you go on about your day, don't forget to hit someone with kindness. We'll see you next time.